Hello, dear young minds. Welcome to PhysicsPoint. In this fifth video of this chapter, motion, we'll discuss about acceleration. All right. Take down heading acceleration. What is the meaning of acceleration? The symbol for acceleration is small a. All right. So it's a very simple definition. Acceleration is rate of change of velocity. Rate of change of velocity is called acceleration. All right, you must be thinking, what is this rate of change? I'll explain. What is the meaning of rate of change of velocity? I'll explain this. Okay. Now, in the previous class already we discussed what is the meaning of velocity. Now this velocity, we use two words for this. That is initial velocity. One is initial velocity and another one is final velocity, right? Initial velocity and final velocity. Initial velocity symbol is u, small u, and final velocity symbol is v, small v. All right, let us discuss this acceleration concept with the help of an example. For example, there is a body. Okay, there is a body. Usually in physics, a body means we show it as circular bodies. All right, it is moving with some velocity. It is moving with some velocity. Let me call it as a u. All right, u means, what is this? Already I told you, u means initial velocity. All right, it is moving with some velocity u. Now in some time, after some time, for example after passage of time t, we found that the velocity of this body, whatever this circular body is there, the velocity of this body has a change to v. Why the velocity must have changed? It is not necessary that velocity has to increase only. In this case, the velocity is increased because there must have been some force on it. Okay, somebody must have pushed it. That's why velocity got increased. I hope you are understanding what I'm trying to say here. The initial velocity of this body is u and final velocity is v. Now if you come to the definition of acceleration, what it is saying? It is saying acceleration is equal to rate of change of velocity, right? Rate of change of velocity. So the meaning of rate of change of velocity means change in velocity, change in velocity, change in velocity divided by time taken to change. Time taken to change the velocity from some value to some other value. All right, what is the change in velocity? See here, initially here the velocity was 10 meter per second and afterwards it become 20 meter per second. What is the change? Don't you think it is 20 minus 10? All right, just giving an example. Okay, now for example it was 10 meter per second and it has become 100 meter per second. Here, what is the change? Don't you think it is 90? That's like 100 minus 10, then we'll get it as 90. No, so change in velocity means this final velocity, this final velocity minus initial velocity. All right, so I'm writing all these words just to make it sure that you feel comfortable with these words, because rate of change, you may be hearing it for the first time. Rate of change means some change, whatever change has happened. Okay, change means final minus initial, then afterwards divided by time taken. All right, so rate means divided by time will come, so I'll write t here. So this is like the final velocity is v minus initial velocity is u, then divided by t. All right, so we got a formula, a is equal to v minus u by t. Very famous formula. All right, I hope you know this formula, but regarding its unit, the unit of acceleration is a meter per second square. No, I mean unit of acceleration. Let us discuss about that. Unit of acceleration, what is this? I mean velocity minus velocity means we'll get velocity only. No, I mean change in velocity. Okay, 10 meter per second minus 2 meter per second means it is 8 meter per second. The unit of this is meter per second only, then divided by time means second. Meter per second, per second. Actually this is the fundamental units here, and afterwards this second will come down and meter per second into second it becomes, and then we are going to write it as meter per second square. And same thing is being mentioned as meter per second square is mentioned as meter into second to the power minus 2. All right, the unit of acceleration is quite clear. Now you must be thinking, what is the meaning of this meter per second square? That's what is very important. All right, so I hope the definition of acceleration is quite clear. Now let us look into this. What is meter per second square means? All right, for example, if well, there is a car, okay, this car is constant right now for us in this series of videos. All right, so what I'm asking from you is, dear children, dear young minds, that you make it sure that you subscribe to the channel. All right, we are making all these videos for you. It is just one click away for this subscription. All right, so your subscription is going to give a lot of motivation for us to create this kind of content. All right, fine. Moving forward, this car is there, no? If somebody is saying this car is accelerating, this car is accelerating at a rate of, for example, 20 meter per second square. All right, this car is accelerating at a rate of 20 meter per second square. What does it mean? The meaning of this is, I mean, I'm going to copy down this car, whatever this car is there. I will just copy the same car over here. All right, so 20 meter per second square means, I mean, 20 meter per second square means, can I write this 20 meter per second square as 20 meter per second? Can I write it like this? Definitely. So what does it mean? 20 meter per second means for every second of time the velocity is increasing by what? 20 meter per second. Please try to understand this. 20 meter per second square means it can be written as 20 meter per second. I told you here, actually it is meter per second only. That only became meter per second square. Vice versa is also true. If it has become like this, then it must become like this. All right, vice versa is also true. Correct, no? So 20 meter per second square means 20 meter per second means after 1 second, if we check the velocity of this car, whatever this car is there, no? So after 1 second, if we want to check the velocity of this car, the velocity of this car would have become 20 meter per second, because 20 meter per second, no, it is in 1 second, the 20 meter per second velocity has increased. For example, if I want to check the velocity of this car after 2 seconds, after 2 seconds as in after 1 second from here I have checked, now I have gone like this, and till the time I reach here from this initial position to final position, if it is 2 seconds, if I want to check velocity of this car here after 2 seconds, what will be its velocity? Tell me. The velocity is going to be 40 meter per second, because for every second the velocity is increasing at a rate of 20 meter per second. Try to understand this. Now let me give you one more example. Here is the car. All right, here is the car. If somebody says the car is accelerating at a rate of 100 meter per second square. 100 meter per second square means, you understand, no? 100 meter per second. Now if they ask you after 15 seconds, what will be velocity of this car? Okay, what will be the velocity of this car? Do you understand the question? I mean, 100 meter per second. For every second 100 meter per second is increasing means for 15 second how much it will increase? Don't you think it is 15 into 100 and it becomes 1500 meter per second? All right, the meaning, this is the real meaning of acceleration. I mean, at what rate velocity is increasing? For example, if we say speed is like speed is equal to 8 meter per second, if I say, what does it mean? That means in every second, the body is moving, the body is covering, 8 meter per second. Then if somebody asks you what is the distance covered, distance after 100 second, if they somebody ask you, in every second it is going 8 meter means in 100 seconds how much it will go? 8 into 100, and that is equal to 800 meter. Similarly, if somebody is saying acceleration is this much, acceleration is like I mean 10 meter per second square means it is nothing but 10 meter per second. Again and again I am repeating so that it goes in your mind. If somebody asks you what is the velocity after for example, 25 seconds. Okay, can you guess the answer for this? What is the velocity after 25 seconds? For every second, the velocity is increasing at a rate of 10 meter per second. Look at this. For every second, 10 meter per second, it is increasing. Means after 25 seconds, don't you think it is 25 into 10? So 25 into 10 is 250 meter per second. So this is the velocity. I hope, what is the real meaning of acceleration? Because most of the children, most of the people miss out this, the real meaning of acceleration, and they keep on repeating it is just meter per second square. But what is the real meaning of meter per second square? That is meter per second per second. All right, now don't think that acceleration will be always positive. Acceleration can be positive also, and acceleration can be negative also. Okay, what is the meaning of acceleration is positive and negative? We'll see that. All right, now let us take different cases here. For example, again the car is there. All right, it is taking more time for me to draw that. Let me take one body only. There is a body. All right, it is moving with some velocity u. All right, initial velocity u, and it is moving like this. Now the body has come here, and its velocity has increased for some reason. All right, so velocity has increased. So if whatever this v is there, so if v is greater than u, for example, you are near your home, you started your bike and you came onto highway. Now when you came onto highway, your velocity will increase or decrease? Definitely it will increase, because it is a smooth road. Okay, highway is smooth, you are going to increase your velocity. Okay, in time t, you have increased your velocity. Means now what will happen to acceleration? Acceleration is equal to v minus u by t. Of course, v is more, u is less, therefore acceleration is going to be positive. All right, if velocity is increasing, what will be the value of acceleration? Acceleration is going to be positive. Is it clear? First case is clear. Velocity should increase so that the acceleration will be positive. I hope it is clear. Now let us take one more case. For example, the same body, you are already on highway. Okay, you are already on highway and you are moving with some velocity u. Okay, some initial velocity u, and you are coming towards your home. Okay, this is your home road. This is a road towards your home. All right, now tell me, your home, you are reaching towards your home. Now your velocity will increase or decrease? Now definitely it has become final velocity v, we know that. But as you are moving towards your home road, don't you think your velocity, final velocity, is less than initial velocity? This is very, very important. All right, now the velocity may decrease also, because you are applying brakes here. Applied brakes when you are going towards your home, no? It is highway, right? So it is highway, and here you are moving with a high speed or high velocity. High velocity you are moving. Okay, but when you come to your home road, your velocity is going to decrease. Okay, still it is final velocity only. All right, for this time taken is t, then acceleration is equal to, what is the formula? V minus u divided by t. Now tell me, as the velocity is decreasing, this is small. Whatever thing I have mentioned here, this is small and this is big. Small minus big means it is negative, no? So that's why we are going to get acceleration as negative. All right, so what I'm trying to say is that if velocity is decreasing, if velocity of any body is decreasing, means the acceleration is going to be negative. Is it clear? The velocity of the body has to decrease, then only the acceleration will be negative. So that's why I told you there are two kinds of acceleration. One is positive, another is negative. All right, now let us see what is the real meaning of this negative acceleration. All right, again the same car is there. Here there is a car like this. All right, now if somebody says this car is accelerating, this is reaching towards home, the acceleration of this car is minus 10 meter per second square. What is the meaning of minus 10 meter per second square? Minus 10 meter per second square means definitely the velocity is decreasing, because acceleration is negative, velocity must be decreasing. So minus 10 meter per second can be written as minus 10 meter per second per second. All right, every second the velocity is decreasing. The velocity is decreasing by 10 meter per second. For every second, the velocity is decreasing by 10 meter per second. For example, let us say the velocity, I mean, it is moving with initial velocity of 100 meter per second, for example. All right. It was moving with 100 meter per second, and immediately brakes are applied and acceleration is minus 10 meter per second, means in 1 second this 100 will become 90, in another second it will become 80, in another second it will become 70, in another second 60, like that it will come to 0, as in it will go straight only. I'm showing it here. So it will go to 0. I mean, for 100 to 90, how many seconds it has taken? 1 second. Look at this, minus 10 meter per second means in every second the velocity is decreasing by 10 meter per second. Again, in 1 second, in 1 second, in 1 second, in 1 second, I mean, it keeps on reducing by 10 meter per second in every second. So 100 meter per second was the velocity. Now to make it 0, how many seconds it want? It want 10 seconds. In 10 seconds this body will come to rest. All right, I hope you understood this. What is the meaning of negative? See, here we're discussing about positive, no? So it was moving at 100 meter per second square, means after 15 seconds what we did, 15 into 100 we did, and it has become 1500 meter per second. Why? Because this acceleration was positive. If the acceleration value is negative, means if it is negative, means the velocity will be decreasing, 100 to 90, 90 to 80, like that. All right, let me give you one more clear cut example. All right, so here is a body. All right, here is a body, and it was moving with initial velocity of let me take it as 250 meter per second. All right, and immediately brakes are applied. Okay, if brakes are applied, means velocity will change. Brakes are applied, and we found that acceleration of this body is let us take it as minus 25 meter per second square. All right, make it sure that minus 25 meter per second square means what? Minus 25 meter per second. That means for every second the velocity is decreasing by minus 25 meter per second. Now they are asking in how many seconds does it take to stop the body, or how many seconds does it take so that body comes to rest? Now you tell me. Definitely you must be guessing the answer. Now 25 is decreasing, no? I mean, after 1 second it becomes a 252. I mean, 25 is decrease means it will become 225 in 1 second, and after that another 1 second, 200, like that. For every second how much is decreasing? 25 is decreasing, no? So 25 is decreasing for every second, means to decrease 250, how much seconds it will take? Don't you think it take 10 seconds? After 10 seconds this body, whatever it is there, the final velocity of this body will be 0. Just look at this. Please try to understand. It was moving with 250 meter per second. Immediately after 1 second it become 225, then 200, then 175, then 150, like that. 25 is decreasing. So after 10 seconds, look at this, 25 into 10 is 250. So in 10 seconds this body will come to rest. All right, so this is the real meaning of acceleration. Dear children, please tell me, did you understand this case or not? Whatever I have mentioned here, whatever I am selecting right now, did you understand this case or not? This is very, very important. All right, if you haven't understood, you go back and check this also. Look at this, 100 meter per second was the velocity, no? Minus 10 meter per second square acceleration is there, means for every second 10 is decreasing. So that means to decrease 100, to make 100 into 0 at every intervals of 10, means it will take 10 seconds. Like that 250 is there. To make this 250 into 0 in installments of 25, means it will take 10. Correct? No, it will take 10 seconds. I hope the concept of acceleration is quite clear. The formula already we gave you, but the real meaning of acceleration we wanted you to have idea about. All right, I hope you are enjoying the concept of acceleration. All right, now let me give you one more example. If it is constant velocity, I mean, the body is not changing its velocity. There is a body, okay? there is a body, and this body is moving with a constant velocity of 10 meter per second. I mean 10 meter per second, initially also 10 meter per second, and again here also we checked, when we checked here also it was 10 meter per second. Now if you want to take acceleration, means it is 10 minus 10 only, so 10 minus 10 means 0, so acceleration will be 0. If any body is moving with constant velocity, means the acceleration will be 0. Acceleration comes when there is a change in velocity. Please remember that. No change in velocity means acceleration will be 0. Alright, we say uniform motion, no? We have idea about uniform motion. Now, what is the meaning of uniform motion? Uniform motion means if a body covers equal distances in equal intervals of time. That means constant velocity or constant speed. Constant speed or constant velocity. Then acceleration will be what? Acceleration will be 0. Alright, velocity must change for acceleration to happen. If there is no change in velocity, there is no acceleration. Alright, if velocity is increasing, whatever this velocity is there, if it is increasing means the acceleration will be positive. If velocity is decreasing means acceleration is negative. So whatever this negative acceleration is there, no, this negative acceleration is also known as deceleration. What is the name for this? Deceleration, or this is also known as retardation. Retardation, both are same words. Okay, if in the numerical, if somebody is mentioning a body is retarding, a body is retarding at a rate of 20 meter per second square, if they are saying in the problem, some other details will be there. At that time you have to take a is equal to minus 20 meter per second square. Why you have to take minus? Because it is mentioned the body is retarding means you have to take minus. All right, then I think all the details of acceleration are clear here. I talked about zero acceleration also, positive also, negative also, and the meaning of negative acceleration is deceleration, retardation. All right, I gave you idea about the real meaning of acceleration. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching all these videos, and definitely this will be very useful for your further higher classes. If you're liking this, give it a thumbs up, like these videos, and share this good work with all your friends, and don't forget to comment. Okay, and don't forget to subscribe also, because it is your simple click on that red button and the bell icon, which will make us keep on going to make all these videos. All right, thank you very much. Have a good day, and bye bye.